be alive, my friends. What a time to be alive. Hi, Claire. Howdy, Scatchel. Woohoo, Cherries, hi. Rob, hi. Hey, Jen. What's happening, Jen? Oh, I might just hang up this and just quickly just do one with you on the shorts, yeah? Whitney, hey, Whitney, thank you. Dark, thank you, I appreciate it. Brittany, hey. Ernestine, hi. Neil, thank you. 150,000 subscribers. What does that mean? I don't know. From the UK, Neil, you must be up very late. Colorado, Megan, welcome. It means I'm doing awesome, does it, Jen? Okay. Should it make me feel awesome? Because it doesn't. Ernestine, it means you're reaching people in need of voice. Giggle Golden, I am at, I'm almost always at 1%, to be honest with you, but I am at 1% at the moment. Not in a bad way, but it is still the middle of school holidays. So the middle of school holidays, very little window of opportunity to work. In fact, I haven't been able to record a video for next week yet, meaning there may not be a video for next week. So that's not great. But yeah, the shirt says everything. Cherry, are you saying you're just under 200,000? You're under 200K subscribers? Is that what you said? Neurodivergent NRG. That's another channel. Hey, 200, okay. I'm glad that you get more every time you come into the chat room. That's good. I'm glad people check you out. Jen from Neurodivergent says, I'll have to be docked 1,000 subscribers if I don't have a video next week. Oh no. Oh no. That's not good. That's not good. Let me do the math. Okay, so I think it was late October. Was it late October I got my 100,000 subscriber button plaque thing? I think it was late October or October. And it's now early April. So I've gone from 100,000 subscribers to 150. So I've got it took basically 3 years to get 100,000 subscribers. And then in the last 5 months, I've got 50. So over 3 years to get 100,000 subscribers, and in the last 5 months, 50,000. You like, that is the most ridiculous statistic. It's when you think about it. So to be honest with you, Jen from Neurodivergent, I fart 1,000 subscribers, mate. So, like, well, Honestly, when I get up in the morning, I won't get up. I'll go, how many subscribers have I gained overnight? Only 5,000. Wake me up when there's more. Thanks, Neil. I appreciate that. Amy, hello, Ryan. I would ask you how you're doing, but your shirt says it all. Absolutely. Neurodivergent NRG, don't worry, I'm still in bed. I have a million things to do. My ADHD brain is like, 100%. Soil, just put more shorts on next week. I will. It's a good idea. Lyric, your videos have helped me learn more about myself. I appreciate that. Now, is it Tusk? Where's Conan on school holidays? He's with me constantly. It just happens while I'm doing this live, he's just gone on an adventure with a support worker of ours who's taken him to the local arcade to play video games. So when he gets home, he'll be able to take a break and play video games. Neurodivergent NRG. Oh, that's Nat. How am I supposed to know that was Nat? I can't keep up with all these name changes and things, man. Okay, Nat. So Nat in Perth in Western Australia. I think I'm with the right Nat now. Welcome back, Nat. Great to, I guess because daylight savings is over, WA have gone from being 3 hours behind to 2 hours behind. So now it's more of a reasonable time to catch me, which is like 8:47 a.m. I think, because it's 10:47 a.m. here in Melbourne. No, I'm not in Melbourne, in Victoria, Australia, on the 10th of April, being a Wednesday. Bloody hell, that's complicated. Miss Nikki says, very proud of your accomplishment, Orion, from Nikki in Canada. Thanks, Nikki. I appreciate it. You deserve another 150K and more, Orion. Thank you. Thank you, Michael. Appreciate that. Holy Jalokai. I'm sorry if I said that wrong. Thank you. Julie James. Yes. Look at us zoom along, cherries. Absolutely. Let me try and catch up here. Steve, welcome here. You're here thanks to your ADHD. Absolutely. Nice to see you too. Thank you for being here. Yeet bowl. Hey, Paul, thank you. New Mexico, a fellow, welcome. Ophelia, am I saying it right? Ophelia Darkling, I hope that's right. Ophelia Darkling. I use that sometimes with my wife. Like I'll say, bye, Ophelia later. Whew. Anyway. Nat, neurodivergent, NRG, I don't know how you survive homeschooling. I couldn't survive it. Chris Cassie, thank you. I appreciate it. Rose, why aren't you watching the Matildas? I didn't realize they were playing right now. Are they playing right now? I thought they won. Anyway. Jenna, welcome. Thank you. Appreciate it. Whitney is here as always. Thanks, Whitney. I think I said hello already, but in case I forgot. I know Whitney's here because I can see messages disappearing. Thank you, Whitney, for helping me. Artemis, hey, Orion, I've been binging your content for the last few weeks. Never have I felt so validated before. Well, that's bloody awesome to hear because that's what I'm all about, my friend. Yeah, Ophelia, that's right. My title says it all, huh? It's a celebration and all that crap. Absolutely. Video games help your brain reset. Totally get that. Yeet bowl. Oh, yes, I am. I'm in tomorrow. Welcome to the future. Wednesday, the 10th of April at 10:50 a.m. Welcome to the future. The future looks bright. Much brighter here because in the southern hemisphere, there was no solar eclipse. That's right. The same planet spinning around the same sun. No solar eclipse down in the southern hemisphere. And guess what? We have to wait until 2028. Our solar eclipse will be in 2028. People in the Northern Hemisphere, look, in some fractions, got it yesterday or the day before. Phenomenal. Amazing. Anyway, enjoy the solar eclipse, guys. It's one of the only times in the next few billion years where you'll actually see the sun get smaller to almost nothing. Because frankly, it's a star that will continue to grow until that's the solar system. Anyway. Christina, hi from Canada. Oh, Nat, you shared my imposter syndrome video with a client of yours. That's awesome. I'm happy to hear that. I would love my own 1% battery shirt. Where can I get it, please? Also, aloha from Honolulu. Oh my goodness, my favorite place. Because you said aloha and you're from Honolulu, which is like where my wife and I actually got married in, one of my favorite places ever. I will tell you, I got it from Threadheads, and if you go to other live streams or other videos where I've got t-shirts, there's usually a link at the top, and you can actually get 20% off. So I got it from Threadheads, 20% off on me if you like find the link in some of the videos. Not this one, obviously, but anyway. You can get it in America, Canada, the UK, New Zealand, Australia, and all that jazz. Okay. Wow, Whitney is busy. You are busy, Whitney. I can't keep up, and presumably you can't. Nat, you only just realized now that NRG is actually also energy. Here's an interesting story. When I was a teenager and I was obsessed with radio and broadcasting as my special interest, I started my own, radio station, I guess kind of like little community radio station. And I called it NRG Radio. So it was Energy Radio, NRG. So there you go. Neurodivergent NRG. To me, all I hear is neurodivergent energy. But it is what it is. Katie, hi. Dio, you love how upset I am by that? I appreciate that. You missed the eclipse in Honolulu? As in, so I guess you weren't in the right spot of the planet, were you? Is that right? You weren't, you're kind of not halfway between North America and Australia, but you are probably a bit out of it. I guess that's the reason why you missed it, right? Frankly, I think this is the thing, right? Your standard regular everyday people get really excited about these kind of things, these eclipses. Now, as a fellow astrophysicist, that's not true. As someone who is deeply obsessed with it's astrology, right? Astronomy. Hang on, which one is the one where you predict the future or whatever, and which one is the stars? This proves it. Anyway, I love the stars, the planets, this kind of stuff. The last thing I could care less about is a bloody eclipse. It's the moon and the sun. It's like I can look like that's great, fantastic. Anyway. All right, energy. See you in the time zone. I love that you know that, says Claire. I swear I wish I had the slightest idea what that's referring to. I apologize, I can't keep up, but thank you. Whitney, your son was dismissed early for the eclipse. So if the eclipse is a learning experience, wouldn't it make more sense to let the kids learn with their teacher? And if it's not a learning experience, what did they think were they hoping the children did not turn into werewolves? What were they hoping was going to happen? What was their greatest concern? No, can't get the kids here during the eclipse. Why? Well, for at least 10 seconds, they might turn into werewolves. And what are we going to do then? What in the world? Who's sending a kid home for an eclipse? Honestly and truly. How bizarre is that? What a time to be alive, my friends. What a time to be alive. This is the best thing about the whole thing to me, is that the idea that it can be dark where you are in the middle of the day, and at the same time, I'm fast asleep, sleeping in the darkness. Like, the idea of the Earth, tilting on its axis, rotating on its axis, and slowly orbiting the star that is our sun, once a year, one orbit a year, and this like rotating, and the moon coming around, and the sun coming around, and all these kind of things, and this is a bit. All we care about is, well, it went dark. It went dark. Close the curtains and turn off the light. You can do it yourself. Megan, thank you. I appreciate that. Megan, would you be offended if I started a vlog called That Autistic Nurse? Is that too derivative? Mostly kidding, because I'm not sure I could bring myself to get on camera. No, bloody hell, Megan. Go ahead, my friend. I'm not in the business of stopping autistic people from, sharing themselves with the world. Go right ahead. Do what you got to do, my friend. I'm looking forward to it. How can you and I be the same? It's completely different. So, bloody hell, mate. Let's happy. Oh, better things to worry about, by the way. Like, seriously. I'm just trying to stay alive here as a dad on school holidays. Holly, hi from Texas. Your videos and I love your videos and what you're doing. Thank you. Oh, jeepers, TJ. You're riding a Boeing tomorrow, are you, mate? Well, it's been nice knowing you. Who would have thought, by the way, if you allow beautifully built family-style companies to be taken over by large conglomerates, moronic bean counters in high-rise buildings, buying up companies just to put them all together and make some sort of like portfolio people can invest in, telling everyone to go home, you don't work here anymore, and then the last few remaining people have to do everyone's job for less money and in less time. How anyone would have thought that would mean bad? It's beyond me. I mean, going from a philosophy of everything must be perfect, check everything twice, actually 3 times, actually take pride in your work, right? Going from that to, you know what? You're on your own, mate, and I'll give you 5 minutes. It took 7 people a day to do this. You got 5 minutes. Stockbrokers there. They want to buy, yes. How that? I got no idea. I've got no idea. Scene. I'm struggling to catch up. I apologize, guys. Ames, what piece of information from learning you're autistic has helped you the most? Why do they talk so fast? I don't know. That's why. The biggest piece of information that's helped me from learning I'm autistic is learning that I'm autistic. I'm not broken. I'm not bad. I'm not crap. I'm not like not supposed to be here, or I'm autistic. I think that should be everyone's take-home message. You can go through life feeling really bad or really horrible or out of place. But then when you know this is why, and you can embrace that, and you can find ways to support yourself to live a better life, everything goes on from there. So I think even though it's simplistic, it's very important. Tim, thank you for telling me about astrology. Yeah, astrology. I love all that kind of stuff. astrophysics, these kind of things. I just love all that kind of stuff. That's one of my main special interests out of public. Marley J, I just watched your video on autistic love languages. I've never thought of things that way. I feel a lot better with things I've done with that new outlook. Thank God. I'm so happy to hear that. I'm glad that resonated with you. I really appreciate it. TJ, you're also into solar astronomy. Cool. Oh, for God's sakes, I'm getting confused again. Sorry, guys. Okay. I think astrology is like reading the stars, and it's kind of more of like a, non-sciencey thing. This is the dyslexics. And astronomy is like, the universe. Just forget the whole thing. Oh, I can barely keep my eyes open now. TJ, seeing the solar corona, that incredible. With the naked eye through telescopes and things, incredible. Absolutely. So yeah. I'm not saying anyone was wrong. I'm saying I'm wrong. I get confused by astrology. People go, "What's astrology? The stars? Oh, cool. I love the stars." No, not those kind of stars. What kind of stars? Well, there are no other kind of stars. What are you talking about? The stars and the future, or the horoscopes, or what are we talking about? I'm confused. There's absolutely no way I'll ever catch up on these comments, and I'm really sorry. Sorry, guys. I didn't realize how far I was behind. I've just realized that I'm answering comments that came through last week. And apparently Jen from Neurodivergent is enjoying a new delicacy called Sweet Tim. I don't know what you mean, a Tim Tam? What does that mean? Oh no, I realize what's happening. Jen from Neurodivergent has completely started to ignore me and is only saying hello to other people. That's why it's confusing. So sorry to get in the way of your little powwow here, Jen. Now Jen's telling me I ought to catch up on the comments, or dock me another 1,000 subscribers. Tell you what, I'll go ahead and dock 1,000 subscribers, or I could just take back the 5,000 I've probably given to you, Jen. If that's even your real name, Jen with a double N. That sounds made up. Yeah. Come on, man. Oh, Jen, I think I've got a sore throat. Not ideal. Not ideal. Well, what's the strong thing for, Jen? Thank God, by the way. Thank God, for Conan's sake, my son. The Dusty Rhodes kid, Cody, won in WrestleMania. That's all I can say. Thank God. The world can go back to normal. Ames, thank you. So Learning you're neurodivergent gave you a logical reason why you shouldn't feel like crap about yourself. That makes sense. It does. And that's exactly what I'm saying. Could there be a more key thing to learn? Then, okay, there's a reason why I feel like this. And if that's the case, then I shouldn't allow others or myself to hate so much. And I think that's really key. Abby's ADHD channel. Hey, Abby. Are you getting that sudden cold weather? It's bloody freezing here, mid-north coast. I get colds easily from the air going cold and dry as heck. Yeah, absolutely. It is in Victoria. It's definitely turned and it's bloody cold now, windy and wet and cold, 100%. Now, Abby, I don't know if I've seen your channel. That's what I do on live streams. I just go off on tangents. Abby's ADHD channel. Let's have a look. Neurodivergent is not more than just ASD. Neurodivergent, it's a great bloody question. Neurodivergent is just a word for someone who is not neurotypical. Now let me explain. People used to think if you're autistic or you have ADHD, you could say you're neurodiverse. But of course, that makes no sense because diversity is the combining of two different things. So for example, a neurodiverse workplace isn't all autistic people. It's neurotypical people, autistic people, ADHD, right? Or a racially diverse workplace isn't all white people, right? So neurodivergent means you are autistic or you are ADHD or you are whatever. You're not neurotypical. I hope that makes sense. Just so we're clear, because my humor is very hard to read for some people. Americans, it's very dark and very, what do you call it? Dry. Jen from Neurodivergent is 1,000% a great friend of mine, and we just give each other crap. So please, she's done nothing wrong. Don't give her crap. Yeah, it's just what we do. It's our act. Actually, Jen from Neurodivergent, I've got a new idea for you. And it's, I think it's only going to work like offline, and I can just like send you an email or a message, and the public won't be able to view it. But here's my idea, and it's called Orion's bright new ideas that will never see the light of day, although they're bright and ideas, and from Orion. That's the title, right? Orion's bright new ideas that will never see the light of day, although they should, because they're bright and ideas and from Orion. That's my idea. And I've got some bloody great ideas, and I can't mention them here, because I feel that I would be cancelled forever. In fact, I've run some by my wife, and she laughed her pants off, but said you can't ever say that to people. These jokes or ideas can't ever be used again. Okay. Back to this. How do I do it, Abby? What is it, Abby? Abby ADHD channel or something? Oh man, I can't find it. Where is it? Hang on. Hey, I haven't started posting, but I'll start of May. Got to get the equipment to start and write scripts. Okay, so it's a channel set up, but there's no content. That's probably why I can't find it, but I'm still, so it exists though. Abby, you don't happen to talk about the stock market in Tamil? No. My apologies, that's not the right one. Okay, presumably it's not available yet because I haven't put content up. Claire, do you really think the YouTube universe wants my title to be shorter? That's probably why it's part of one of my ideas. In fact, one of my first ideas from Orion's bright ideas that will never see the light of day, even though they're bright ideas and from Orion, the first one was the title. And I think that proves the point. CJ, welcome. Thank you for being here from Canada. I appreciate it. C. Blaney, thank you, my friend. I'm sorry you're feeling horrible. I appreciate you saying hello. Oh, I can't find your channel, Abby. Even that little post you've written, I'm trying to find it. It's really bloody hard. I feel like I've written it properly, but let me try again. Man, I'm in licorice all sorts here, buddy. I've got absolutely no chance. Absolutely no chance of finding this channel. You've got to put a link in, put an actual direct link in the comments or something. Anyway, I apologize. I forgot I put the underscore in. I don't know. I can't work it out. I apologize. So hard to keep up. Bloody hell, I'm failing you guys and I'm sorry. Jennifer, number one, do you or any of your fans have any info on the topic of autistic kids lining up their toys? Work with kids and was told I should allow the kids to line up their toys because told I shouldn't allow kids to line up their toys because it's not purposeful play. Well, it's bloody purposeful play for autistic kids, I'll tell you. If I told my kid when he plays through his entire life, from when he was tiny, that he can't line up or order toys, he would never play. He would never play. So please don't take that advice. You should never stop kids from playing however they want to play. And yes, autistic kids, not all, but autistic kids are going to do that kind of lining up of things. They like to get things, right? It could be dolls, soft toys, trucks, cars, whatever. And they like to have them in like a specific order. And even if they want to branch out, they might have little compartments, little block or box or square compartments and things in that. But anyway, sorry to hear that. Oh, Claire, there's another Claire. I know a Claire from Wheelchair Theory. It looks like you're working on a channel too. That's amazing. I mean, make sure when you get them up and running, you share them with us. So Jen, neurodivergent Jen, when people ask you to say things for an edit, all I can say is You do not say those things for an edit. And if your question is why are they asking it and why and all these kind of things, personally, all I can say is if you're already looking at that as trolling, then you've answered your own question. For it to even talk about it would be too much energy for them. Zipwad, thank you. Hi from Minnesota, Elizabeth. Minnesota, thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Apocalyptic, thank you. I appreciate it. Sending love from the Canary Islands. Amazing. Thank you for being here. Ophelia, exactly. Hot wheel cars, exactly. Lining those up, 100%. Claire, I'm cool. I'm happy to hear you're in Australia too. That's amazing. And it's great to have people locally, 1,000%. So Jen, from Neurodivergent, I'm not going to say this again. I'm not going to answer what they're editing, or why they're editing it, or why they're asking you to be a part of it, because it just provides more energy. All I'm saying is, you're not likey. Just look at them in the eye, chopper read style, right? No edit. Here, no edit. Edit, no here. Here, edits no. Gone, edits. Edits, no here. Here, no edits. The Brad Hay from Florida, appreciate it. Cherry's still confused. Am I still confused, or are you still confused? I'm confused on who's confused and what we're confused about. Chris, hello. I'm a young autistic person. Love your stuff. Sending love from Sydney. Appreciate it. I'm in Victoria, my friend. Regional Victoria. Oh, good advice, Whitney, to everyone. Don't feed the energy and the trolls and stuff. Exactly. Michael's saying, where's Claire from the woodshed theory? Not acceptable. She's not here. Well, who knows? She's doing her thing. It's a shame she's not here, though. Jen from Neurodivergence here. So I guess that's something. I mean, it's not a good something, but it's something. Restless Mule, I cannot tell you how thankful I am for you and your content. Thank you. Finding your channel is what's helped me finally get my 10-year-old son diagnosed. Oh, thank goodness for that. I'm so happy to hear that. Hopefully little dude can have a great, amazing life with such a great parent like yourself. Oh, it's an excellent something, is it, Jen? Yep, good suggestions, guys, including Jen and a few others. Claire from the Woodshed Theory might not be here because she's probably hunting down yarn. And not just standard yarn, you know, bright coloured yarn or yarn with glitter in it or yarn with specks of shininess or soft, what does she buy? Authentic mule, is it mule yarn? Alpaca yarn, or what she use? Possums? Special yarn. Is that what she uses? There's no one there. I'm by myself. Seriously, there's no one there. I'm talking. Oh, for God's sakes, Jen from Neurodivergent. Thanks. Glad someone's happy I'm here. For goodness sakes. It's tricky to know when we're both being serious and not, but just know that as a rule, usually we're never being serious to each other. If that helps. James, Orion, the unedited videos are the best. Thanks, buddy. I appreciate that. That reminds me. I had another idea for one really recently. I had another idea for one really recently. I'll run by the topic and then see what you guys think based on real experiences, okay? It's just a full, unedited, unmasked rant on autistic people, and in my experience, my kid, being bullied mercilessly every day, yet being labelled the monster. The bully is the bully, and the autistic kid who reacts after being bullied is a monster. And the bully's being protected, and the autistic kid, the monster's being locked away in a cupboard, right? And then here's the second part of what I want to talk about. Actually happening right now in Australian schools. I mean, like primary schools, elementary schools, whatever the hell you call them. Schools for kids 12 and under. We are conducting mediation sessions, conflict resolution sessions, or what some refer to as restorative justice sessions, where kids are basically being put into a room and having to conduct what is a thing designed for grown-ass people, grown-ass corporations, financial transactions, and adult offenders and victims, not young kids. Now, this is where the rant just takes off. There's so many issues here. And I studied this crap in law school. You shouldn't be having 10-year-old kids doing something designed for adults, certainly not the young minds of neurodivergent kids. Like there's even anyway, okay. So that's... The Wizard of Oz, Mandius, congratulations. Eric, very late adult, thank you so much. I'm really grateful to hear that it's worked for you. Abby's ADHD channel, I'm struggling big time. I'm going to find it, but it's not going to happen. What I do, I can't find it at the moment. I'm going to find it eventually. Eventually, I will be able to connect with you and find it, but it's not going to happen today because there's some reason it's not doing it. Anyway. Iberian, hi from Portugal. Thank you for coming in from Portugal. What are some tips you can give on how to unmask? Also, have you thought about making a video on self-advocacy for autistic people? I've done videos on both, actually. I've done videos on unmasking, and I've done videos on advocacy, self-advocacy. They're definitely out there, but so great suggestions though. I mean, the core tips for unmasking are to remember that we're dysregulated, tired, exhausted, burnt out, whatever, because of having to mask, having to suppress autistic reactions. And therefore, what we're trying to do, rather than focusing on unmasking, taking off the mask, what we're trying to do is we're trying to allow ourselves the opportunity to be our true selves in those situations, not suppress it, let it out, experience it, but realizing that that also is exhausting and has a cost. People, obviously, relationships can be offended and jobs and things, but also understanding that it's not actually about, I'm not going to suppress my autistic reactions when I'm triggered anymore. I'm going to experience them. I say, no, that's not the answer. The answer is acknowledging that you are autistic and therefore saying, okay, so what that means is now rather than masking or not masking, I'm going to proactively keep myself out of, where possible, triggering situations, triggering things. There's no use putting yourself in triggering environments and situations as an autistic person if that's something you don't have to do, you can avoid. Because in the end, masking or unmasking is really just a survival mechanism for an autistic person. So, that's kind of the key. What triggers me? What do I find suppressing the most? It's this. Okay, how can I not do this so much? Or how can I do this with better supports? How can I navigate this better? That's the key, really, in my opinion. Turquoise Mama. Channel's a breath of fresh air for us over 40 people. I'm so happy to have you. Thank you for being here. I mean, the idea that it's something that needs to be you need to know, Tim, if I can do hand farts or not, it troubles me. It troubles me further that Jen from Neurodivergent thought it actually was not a bad idea, not a bad question to ask. I'm not sure what science you're interested in. Trust me, I have no issues with fart noises of any kind, with making them, producing them, no issues at all. But don't blame me for issues in the atmosphere. In fact, the most polluting population of methane gases on the planet are cows. Cows make up the greatest group. Cows, the greatest group of anything on planet Earth that pollutes the Earth with the atmosphere with methane gases. Cows. Take that and put it in your hand and make a cow fart in your guts. Okay. It just goes to I think he's frozen mode because I'll talk and then I've got to catch up on all these comments, and then it takes me forever to read them and process them. Hey, Mark. Always radio VHS. Hola, hola, Orion. And then the rest is not in English. But I can't tell you how stoked I am to have you here. Always radio VHS. I'm happy to have you here. I'm so happy to have you here. So, hola, back to you. Soy autista de 38 años que edad recibisti tu diagnóstico. I apologize. I tried my best. I have no idea what it means. I think it's something about being 38 years old, diagnosed with autistic. Either way, I'm just stoked to have you here. Hi, Susie Leach. Hi, Susie. Great to see you, or great to hear from you, sorry, and thank you for the congrats. I appreciate it. Let's see. Yes, that's right. That's right, Wordless Dead End. Welcome back to Words of Wisdom with your friend, Orion Kelly, that autistic guy. Hey, Irene, thank you for your comment. I'm sorry to read your comment and hear about your experiences. I'm not sure if anyone else in the community chat has at Irene and reached out and provided you with support, but I'm sorry to hear your story, and I certainly think you're going to a trusted medical professional to work through some things and get the care you need is a great idea. James, you think there should be a third channel where I just rant and go off and don't apologize? That'd be epic. I think that's my channel, though. I think I do that on both my channels. Bloody great suggestion. I think I do that on both my channels. My podcasts are pretty ranty, but I appreciate that. I try to be like that on my live streams as well. I think it's fun for you guys. But thank you, Madam. I can't say that. I don't know. Hello from Maine. How's everyone tonight? Great. And Madam also said, congrats on 150K. Thank you. I appreciate it. Termites, Jen? Termites. I've got to catch up with where that one I come from. Is that for an edit of yours? What is wrong with you? Stephen, I will not be satisfied until there's a YouTube channel of Orion unedited and get that real down under Australian rant. I feel like I have that channel, this channel, and I feel like my unedited ones are like that, but I'm happy to do more ranty, unedited videos if that helps you. It doesn't help me, I hope, but if it helps you, then that's cool. Yeah, Claire, the frozen mode. I get that all the time on my streams. People are like, oh no, I think it's frozen. It's like, no, I'm just reading the comments or I've just zoned out. Oh, the Spanish question was about me too, was it? Yeah, my diagnosis was in my 30s, but that's in all my videos though. Also, Jen from Neurodivergent, you're saying you think termites have outdone cows. Interesting. Interesting. Based on, I don't think I've read that. That's it. That's very interesting. Blood Fungus, thank you for being here. Termites fart more than cows. That's extraordinary. The question is, though, is the impact greater? Right? You see what I'm saying? I mean, you know, my 4-year-old can fart more than me. Doesn't mean the impact of the fart's greater. Anyway, termites can fart, by the way. I agree with Abby. What an astounding thing to learn. I did not know termites farted. I did not know that, because I thought they eat mostly wood. I guess there's lots of natural things in there, but anyway, they're treated usually, aren't they? It doesn't matter. Either way, we'll just move on. Wow, it looks like you're giving poor old Whitney a bit of trouble here. Good luck with your NDIS plan, Abby. That'll be amazing if you can get some support. Absolutely 100%. Is it normal for someone to not have anything to talk about when sitting down, eating lunch together, etc.? Worthless dead end. I think so. I mean, yeah. I'm horrible at lunchtime conversations or, in the car conversations. I like to just be my own space and do my thing. But yeah, maybe your experience is different. Sorry, guys, I can't see everyone's comments. They're flicking by and it's a lot, so I apologize. I'm not trying to ignore all the comments and questions. I just don't catch them all. I apologize. Music Master, I'm a guitarist. I'm 14 and autistic. I've gotten an opportunity to play in front of 12,000 people at an arena. I don't know if it's going to be realized, but I hope so. That's amazing. Congratulations. That's a bloody great achievement. Well done. It's an incredible achievement. Just the key to working on something over a long period of time and how good it can make you is so good. Well done. Freedom Jones, burnt out. Yep. Can be a horrible thing for autistic people. There's no question about that. Yeah, thanks, Music Master. I appreciate that. It's great. It's great that you're enjoying the channel. Yeah, struggling reading conversations, understanding what the context is. It's definitely something we can all relate to. I can definitely relate to. When people are joking and what they mean, yeah, that's just core issues. Part of the challenges, but absolutely can relate to that. CJ Hayes, thank you. Naomi, thank you too. I appreciate that. It's great to hear that. Mark from Canada, thank you, mate, for the congrats. I appreciate it. I'm glad you think the videos are well balanced because I am not. I made myself laugh. I actually had a conversation with my wife last night where I said something about her that made me laugh, and she's like, why? And I said, because it made me laugh. Yeah, but you said something about me. Yeah, but it made me, and I said, the point of everyone is to make yourself laugh. It's like, what do you mean? You're not supposed to, and I said, well, the point isn't to make other people laugh. The point is to amuse yourself. Like, unless you're a stand-up comedian, hey, you go, what's happening today, right? That's a job. But the point of normal people is to make yourself laugh, it's to amuse yourself. And it's just like, what? And I said, okay, so if you had a kid and you could teach them to self-soothe, right, to self-regulate themselves, that's a good thing or a bad thing? Good thing. Okay, well, that's the same. Self-amuse. My whole life revolves around making myself laugh. This is strange, apparently, to people. If it makes me laugh and it makes you laugh, that's great, but that's not my intention. I'm just trying to make myself laugh, I'm trying to amuse myself. That's all I care about. And that's all you should care about. But anyway. Blue Spy High. Claire, I don't know if your comment disappeared or what happened. I honestly don't know. I don't control it, but it might have just been just pushed up. I'm not sure. So Claire, Whitney is in here when she has the opportunity to be in here and doing some mod work when she can, but doesn't mean that your comment was removed. Whitney certainly didn't do it. A lot of times you can, so here's the thing. On your feed, you can get your feed into most recent or top posts. Now, when you look at it, if you're sorting, I think you might touch dots, I don't know. If you're sorting, if you look at your feed, how it's sorted, if it's sorted as top posts, you're going to lose or miss a lot of posts. If you resort it to recent or relevant or whatever it is, you'll see them all in order. It's bloody confusing. It's bloody confusing. Cool. Cherries. No worries. Yeah, the whole chat thing's confusing, I agree. But apparently, the live chat's sorted in different ways, and if you don't sort it the way you want it, you'll actually, like, I've been in things where top chat was on, and I literally missed knowing that people were in the chat. I did. It's bloody stupid. Anyway. Yeah, Music Master, that is tough growing up, being called names and things. I totally understand that. It's really bloody horrible. And Music Master, you said you also have multiple crushes. Well, isn't that standard? For young people growing up, it's obviously hard to navigate. Donald Duck's Revenge, thank you. I appreciate it. Furry Slippers, hi. I mean, in the end, bringing all these people together is the whole point of it, right? And this is why I love doing live streams. You never know who's going to come in, but the best thing is you guys get to hang out in the chat. Like, you don't need to talk to me. You can just at them and talk to them. But yeah, I think it's great. I love you guys getting together and chatting, helping each other out by at their name, giving them advice, feedback, meeting each other. That's the best. Bumblebee T, morning from the UK. Now, when you say morning, do you mean like middle of the night morning? I feel like you should be in bed. Anyway. Olivia, thank you. I appreciate that. This has been going for 67 minutes. And anytime now, Conan will be back from the arcade. I've pretty much done a live stream. I've given you guys my time while Conan was gone. That's how important you guys are. All right, let's wrap this up. Thanks, guys, for being here. I appreciate it. Before Conan gets home, you guys are amazing. Thank you so much. Thank you, Whitney. All the best. Thank you for hanging out and helping me. It's amazing. I really appreciate it, as always, Whitney. And thank you for everyone being here. It's great. It's great to talk to new people and content creators. And the next chat, we can do more of those. So I'm looking forward to checking out more content creators and their channels, and always happy to talk to you guys. So thanks so much. It's been great. And have a great week, everyone. I'll catch you guys later, okay? See you, Jen. Thanks for being here. I'll let you guys take a few minutes to say goodbye to everyone, and then I'll close this down. But I appreciate you guys so much. You're all amazing. Have a great night if you're going to bed. Go back to bed if you should be in bed. And if it's like me in the day, just go to bed. See you guys.